x का टर्म यहाँ पे, y का टर्म दिस में सफल, करेक्ट. So I should write n naught equal to maximum of x and y. Oh, sorry, n1 and n2. n1 and n2. Correct? So if I am having maximum, can I reframe it? What I will be having? Mod of xn minus x, that is less than epsilon for all n greater than equal to n naught. Also mod of yn minus y, that is also less than epsilon for all n greater than equal to n naught. That means after n naught everybody is lying in the epsilon band. Correct? Now I am having a single n naught here. Do you agree? Okay. Now try to see one thing. What I want to prove? I want to prove consideration part I have already written. So can I solve it little bit? Can I write it as xn minus x plus yn minus y? Can I write like this? Yeah. So can I use triangle inequality now? This is less than equal to mod of xn minus x plus this is less than equal to mod of yn minus y. Perfect. And you already know this is less than epsilon, this is less than epsilon. So this is less than epsilon plus this is also less than epsilon. But observe one thing, अभी तक हम लोगों ने जैसा लिखा है, if I want to make it in the same pattern, so consideration part में last में मुझे epsilon चाहिए. Correct? Suppose I want like this, so I should do one thing. यहाँ पे for epsilon firstly I can write here epsilon by 2. I can write here epsilon by 2. That means what? Epsilon by 2 is my new number. That means epsilon by 2, so I'll write here for all epsilon positive, epsilon by 2 is also positive. So I am writing this definition where my epsilon is epsilon by 2. Here also epsilon is epsilon by 2. This will help me to make a shape of final answer, correct? Now here this is my epsilon by 2, this is also epsilon by 2, so that is less than epsilon. So what did you prove? That is equal to xn. What did you prove? Mod of xn plus yn minus x plus y, that is less than epsilon for all n greater than equal to n naught. Do you agree? Because this is less than epsilon by 2 for all n greater than equal to n naught. This is also less than epsilon by 2 for all n, I'll write here for all n greater than equal to n naught. So what does this imply? This implies that xn plus yn converges to x plus y. That's it. Hence proved. Let us see the proof once again. We wanted to prove, let us see from here. We wanted to prove mod of xn plus y minus x plus y, that much less than epsilon. So I just solve it little bit. That means mod of xn minus x plus yn minus y, that is okay. Then next later I did the triangle inequality. This is less than equal to mod of do you see in every proof I am using triangle inequality, how important it is. This is less than equal to mod of xn minus x plus mod of yn minus y, that is less than epsilon by 2, that is also less than epsilon by 2, so that is the addition is epsilon. So I have proved mod of xn plus yn minus x plus y, that is less than epsilon. But अभी तक मेरे को ये नहीं पता था that is mod of xn minus 1, that is less than epsilon by 2 for a single n naught, and this should be also true for single n naught. So ये करने के लिए I go back here and first I wrote the definition of xn converges to x, but where I am choosing epsilon as epsilon by 2 because last में मुझे दिखा कि addition करना है. So I'll choose for all epsilon by 2 there exists n1, because ये भी तो एक number ही है ना, I can do that. There exists n1 belongs to natural number such that this is same. There exists n2 this is for all n greater than equal to n1. There exists n2 belongs to natural number such that this is less than equal to this for all n greater than equal to. Now my question was I want a single n naught which can work for both the epsilon band. That means for this also epsilon band, for this also. So I just drawn it and I just showed you the maximum will work. So choose n naught as maximum of n1 and n2. So what you are having mod of xn minus x, that is less than epsilon by 2 for all n greater than equal to n naught for the single n naught. So for the single n naught both are true. So now I can use here. Do you see the structure of proof? This is less than epsilon number 2. This is also, then hence proved. Yeah. Is the proof clear to you? Go back the proof once again and see whether it is clear to you or not. Okay, what is the next one? I want to prove alpha belongs to a real number, then prove that xn converts to x was given. I need to prove alpha xn that converts to alpha x, correct? So I'll prove this like this. Let me do. I want to prove the second one. We are given xn converts to x and alpha is a real number, correct? To prove alpha xn converts to alpha x, can you tell me how does the element of alpha xn look like? What is the first element of this sequence? x1 के terms, xn के term कैसे थे? x1 x2 x3 like that. So alpha xn, that means alpha is multiplied to everyone. Alpha x1, alpha x2, alpha x3 like this. This is how the element of this look like. Okay, now my question is, what should be my consideration part here? What is my consideration part? Mod of alpha xn minus alpha x, and I want to prove this is less than epsilon. Can you see something? Can I take alpha common? And if you remember your unit 1, this is less than equal to mod alpha into mod xn minus x, and I want to prove this thing less than epsilon. So what should I choose? This is mod alpha as it is. Can I choose this one is less than equal to epsilon upon mod alpha? That means what, my new epsilon will be this. Do you understand? So epsilon will get cancelled and you'll get that. Okay, let us see that later. Now, since alpha belongs to a real number, they are saying, so I have to prove this by taking two cases. Case 1, suppose your alpha is 0, then what can you say? Then how is your alpha xn and how is your alpha x? How are the terms of alpha xn? Since alpha is 0, xn kuch bhi hai, it is 0 and it is also 0. So we have proved that alpha xn converts to alpha x. That is quite trivial if my alpha is 0. So case 2 will be if my alpha is non-zero, correct? So if my alpha is non-zero, let me write the definition. What is the definition? Xn converge to x is given. That means for all epsilon positive, there exists and not belongs to natural number such that mod of xn minus x, that is less than epsilon, for all n greater than equal to n naught. Yes, but you observe something, हमको यहाँ पे एप्सिलॉन चाहिए क्या? मॉड ऑफ एक्स एन माइनस एक्स दैट शुड बी लेस देन एप्सिलॉन लिया तो मेरा फाइनल आंसर क्या आएगा? दैट विल बी एप्सिलॉन इनटू मॉड अल्फा. बट आई वांट this has to be less than epsilon upon mod alpha, so I can do that. So this is less than equal to epsilon upon mod alpha. Why? Because mod alpha is a real number, and here we are also given alpha is non-zero, so mod alpha exist 1 upon mod alpha, this is also exist. So I'll write here, for all epsilon positive, epsilon upon mod alpha is also positive, and I am writing the definition with this epsilon upon mod alpha. Do you see? Now the proof follows. Once you are done with this, next step you will start consider alpha xn minus alpha x, mod of alpha taking outside xn minus x, and so on, so on. This is true for all n greater than equal to n naught. That means what? What did you prove? You proved that alpha xn minus alpha x, that is less than epsilon for all n greater than equal to n naught. What do you mean by that? This imply alpha xn converges to alpha x, hence proved. And alpha is any real number. What if I take alpha as minus 1? then it will prove minus xn is also converge to x, and that will say that by the first one. I'll go through. I'll just repeat the theorem once again. See, we want to prove we are given xn converge to x, and we want to prove alpha xn that converge to alpha x. So how did I start with? I started, since alpha was real number, I started with suppose alpha is 0, then कोई problem ही नहीं है, both the sequences are 0, correct? And the second one, if alpha is non-zero, then I should start with xn converge to x for all epsilon positive. सी एप्सिलॉन अपॉन मॉड अल्फा, ये मेरे को कैसे क्लिक हुआ इधर? अगर मैं डायरेक्ट प्रूफ लिख दिया होता तुमको समझता नहीं ये मॉड अल्फा क्यों लिया, बट नाउ आई हैव एन आइडिया कि मुझे लेटर क्या करना पड़ेगा. आई हैव टू डू कंसिडरेशन पार्ट. व्हाट इज कंसिडरेशन पार्ट? कंसिडर मॉड ऑफ अल्फा एक्स एन माइनस अल्फा है, सो दैट इज दिस एंड दैट इज मॉड ऑफ अल्फा, एंड आई वांट टू प्रूव दिस पार्ट एज लेस देन एप्सिलॉन. सो मुझे क्या चाहिए? इसको तो मैं रिस्ट्रिक्ट नहीं कर सकता, बट आई कैन रिस्ट्रिक्ट दिस गाय. So I can write this as epsilon upon mod alpha, then this will get cancelled and I'll get epsilon. So that's why इधर से मेरे को क्लिक हुआ कि I have to choose epsilon upon mod alpha. Same in the previous case. हाँ, मुझे लास्ट में समझा कि अपने को क्या चाहिए? epsilon upon 2 चाहिए. We don't require epsilon because लास्ट में एडिशन होने वाला है. Do you agree? Go back the proof once again and see. If you have any doubt, then ask me. Okay. Now note. Can you prove if xn converges to x, yn converges to y? Can you prove xn minus yn this also converges to x minus y? Can you prove this by using 1 and 2? Whatever we have proved that xn converges to x, yn converges to y, then their addition will also converge. This is what we have proved. In the second case, if xn converges to x, then I have proved minus xn converges to minus x. By combining both the thing, can you prove this? Yes, anyone? See, I'll do that. Xn converges to x, I'll write as it is. Yn converges to y. What about minus yn? That will converge to minus y by second. Correct? As second was saying, if yn converges to y, then alpha yn will also converge to alpha y. So I'm all taking alpha as minus 1. That's it. Then by first, can I say xn plus minus yn, that will converge to x plus minus y. Can I say that? By 2, by 1. And this is same as your subtraction. Done. So I don't have to give a separate proof for that. Correct? I don't have to do a separate proof. I can directly say by that one. Okay, now let us do quickly. Let us do, what is the third one? What is the third we want to prove? Yeah, third one we want to prove that xn into yn converges to x into y. Here also the trick will be same. Look at the consideration part and think. You are given with xn converges to x and you are given with yn converges to y. Let us see consideration part. Consideration, what is that? Xn into yn, that converges to the x into y, so minus xy. This is what your consideration part is, correct? This is actually strategy. We are doing it earlier only. Now observe one thing. Since you are having xn converges to x, you'll write for all epsilon positive, there exists n1 belongs to natural number such that mod of xn minus x, that is less than epsilon, for all n greater than equal to n1. Similarly for yn also, for same epsilon, there exists n2 belongs to natural number such that mod of yn minus y, that is less than epsilon, for all n greater than equal to n2. Yes, and you know how to combine them, correct? How you do combine? Choose n naught is equal to maximum of n1 and n2. So once you write this, then you are having mod of xn minus x, that is less than epsilon for all n greater than equal to n naught. Also mod of yn minus y, that is less than epsilon for all n greater than equal to n naught. Till now, do we have any doubt? I just wrote the definition, that's it. Yeah. Now let us go back to the consideration part. Here you see x and y and their multiplication is given, but in my previous case I don't have anything which can relate to multiplication, so I need to break this as xn minus x. So what should I do? Here xn into yn is there. Can I do something? Observe carefully. Can I subtract this as x into yn? Add and subtract. Why I'm subtracting first? You'll understand. Minus xy. Why I'm subtracting? Do you see either y and if I take outside, then I'll be having xn minus x, which I'm having a bound. Xn minus x मेरे को पता है I can handle, but I cannot handle this one. Same here, I can take, once I take x common, I can handle this. Do you agree? I can handle y and minus y. That means what? In the next case, what I'll do, I'll write is xn into yn minus y. Oh, sorry, yn is outside. Yn into xn minus x plus here x outside yn minus y. Do you agree? And this is. So next case you will be using triangle inequality. What is the triangle inequality? Yn into xn minus x plus mod of x into yn minus y. Correct? In the next case you will be again using the property of mod Cauchy-Schwarz inequality. Product we are having, then it is less than equal to mod yn mod of xn minus x, and here mod x, and here it is yn minus y. Okay, now I want to prove this to be less than epsilon. That means what? This should be epsilon by 2, this should be epsilon by 2. Do you agree? Alright, I want this to be, this first term to be epsilon by 2 and the second term to be the epsilon by 2 again. Second term is easy for me because mod x is a number only. I have to choose yn minus, I have to choose this mod x into, I have to choose this as less than epsilon upon mod x, because mod x is a number, it is not depending on n, so I don't have to worry. So what I have to do for yn, I just have to choose here epsilon upon mod x, that's it. For same epsilon I can do that, and here also mod x I can do that, correct? Because now my epsilon is sorry, I should not write here same epsilon. Yeah, actually for same epsilon positive, epsilon upon mod x is also positive. Now I will use this. So this is not a problem to me. The problem is this guy, where you know about this one, where what is this? This is bounded by epsilon upon something, but I want it as to be epsilon by 2. So what do you know about mod yn? Can you say something? Have you seen somewhere mod yn? Can you restrict mod yn by some property or some theorem? Can I see that mod yn is less than a number m? And if I can, then how can I? Which theorem I should use so that I can say mod yn is less than a number m? Come on, answer this. We started with this one only. If you remember, that is a big hint for you. What is my claim? What is my question here? Actually, I should have written this in the earlier. So what I will do, I'll just uh, put a star here, and in your notebook you should write this one first, this star part which I am writing here. Correct? So in the notebook your proof should start from this, then later on you will be writing this one. Don't have that much space, so I'll do. So you are given yn converges to y. That means what? Yn is convergence sequence, and we have proved something. Every convergence sequence is bounded. What do you mean by that? That means yn is also bounded. What do you mean by that? That means there exists a m belongs to real number such that mod yn that is less than m. Do you see? Now we have a bound for mod yn. This you should write there. At the place of star you should write this. Yeah, I actually, yeah. Do you agree? Do you agree now? Now can you tell me if mod yn is m, so what should I choose? Mod xn minus x को क्या choose करना चाहिए? I have started with the epsilon. What should I choose this as for xn? To be epsilon by 2. Epsilon by 2 चाहिए ना, so here also I want 2. 2 mod x, huh? Here I want 2 mod x. So that once it get cancelled, I'll be remaining with epsilon by 2. It gets cancelled, I'll be epsilon by 2. So can I see something here also? If I choose that epsilon upon 2m, correct, 1 mm get cancelled, and you'll be having this as epsilon upon 2m. This is what you should start, epsilon upon 2m. Why I'm telling you to write this as earlier one? Because before that I don't know who is m. Correct? After this only I am having existence of m. So I'll start with this first, then I'll write the proof. The technique was, I just explained you how to write a proof. Correct? If you see many textbook, they will start with this only, then you won't understand कर क्या रहे हो भाई, कुछ समझिएगा ही नहीं तुमको. If you start के y and converts to y and you start like this and put यहाँ पे epsilon upon 2m लिख दिया तो तुमको समझेगा नहीं why you are writing epsilon by 2m. I don't understand. And same here also, if you write x here, if you write epsilon upon 2 mod x, if you write epsilon upon, nobody will understand what is the technique here. So this technique यही तुमको सिखाने के लिए I started with this part, कि मुझे जो ज़रूरत है that is what I am writing here. Correct? This is how calculus is to be written. This is how the proof is done here. So let me come back again. Consider mod of x and y and minus x. I don't have anything, any method to go. How can I go from here to here? So what I will do, I want xn minus x. So I observe that this is xn, this is yn. So at the place of y, at the place of xn, here x and yn, if I write the next term as x minus yn, then yn I can take outside, then I'll be having xn minus x. That is what I wanted, because I have some bound for this, that is epsilon bound. Correct? So I add and subtract this part, minus xn minus xyn plus xyn, that is less than xy, and later on by the triangle inequality you are having mod of yn minus x, and that's it. Now you observe that you want to prove this is to be less than epsilon. That means this should be epsilon by 2, this should be also be epsilon by 2. I wrote epsilon by 2 here. Correct? Now since this is a number mod x, so I want to make this part as epsilon by 2. So what should I choose? This should be less than epsilon by 2 mod x, so that mod x cancel, I will be having epsilon by 2. So that's why for yn I am putting epsilon by 2 mod x. So this is, you understand now, because if you see, for calculus, if you can see the future, then only you can do the proof. So what we are doing, we are first creating the future, then we are coming to the present. This is how calculus is. If you can see the future, then you can prove the theorem. Correct? So I saw what is my requirement in my future, then I came back and created that. And same here also, here I saw that this is mod yn and this is mod xn minus x. So but this is okay, but what about this mod yn? I have seen something like this. What is that? If a sequence is convergent, then it is bounded. So yn is convergent. Yn is convergent. So every convergence